Is obstruction physical? Your ridiculous questions. Oh no, I'm not going to entertain that.
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
People that are here in solidarity and don't cause these rifts. We don't need it from white people like you.
White people,
who
wow.
Well, you're white passing, so my apologies if you're non-white.
Okay, here's something
I'm
to
glad
sync
to
up
see you.
the cameras.
This is never before seen footage taken this afternoon.
So guys,
Just before
here
I
is visitor parking for Toronto Hydro.
I was totally gonna blame you for being that asshole that sent me out to this place to do the recordings.
We have a guy over there.
Out to this place.
Having a cigarette. He works for Toronto Hydro. We have a city bus busted down over there, guys. So we got this guy coming over. It is a beautiful day today, guys. It's like 5 degrees Celsius. So here we got the Toronto Hydro electric cars. Are these all electric? Nope. Use regular unleaded gasoline only. Right on. That electric stuff doesn't work too well here in Canada, guys. Check on a gate when it is wide open. And the little key card reader, which isn't even activated. Oh, there's not even any guts to this thing. Look at that. So they're in the process of putting on a key card reader. We got a guy with a hard hat here. Let's get the whole front of the building.
Bruce Sinclair, I'm gonna buy, hold on. I'm going to buy a retainer for a future lawyer. That's what I'm gonna buy.
We have a guy over there. Having a cigarette. He works for Toronto Hydro. We have a city bus busted down over there, guys.
Thank you. Free audio. That's a really good point to make.
So we got this guy coming over.
Lady Zaga, I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Frank Pence, you're always going to be the guy thrown under the bus for this sort of stuff. You sent me here. I had to tell them you paid for my ticket.
It is a beautiful day today, guys. It's like 5 degrees Celsius. So here we got the Toronto Hydro electric cars. Are these all electric? Nope. Use regular unleaded gasoline only. Right on.
Michael Reed, how are you?
That electric stuff doesn't work too well here in Canada, guys. They got a gate when it is wide open.
Frank Pence, I heard that time Flex Your Freedoms went after you.
A little key card reader, which isn't even activated.
And blamed you for everything on the live stream. It was so funny. First name Frank, last name Pence.
So they're in the process of putting on a key card reader. We got a guy with a hard hat here.
Thank you, Luca. Lucha.
Let's get the whole front of the building.
Thank you very much. Hey, Troy.
Who? No. Are they installing a gate? sorry guys. Didn't mean to whack my phone. So guys, Toronto Hydro is a public corporation, like I said before, strictly owned and operated by the city of Toronto. There are private hydro companies. So what they do here, guys, is they Hydro has their main rate for the Toronto Hydro customers, and then they break it off into other separate places. Hello, you guys.
I sense a disturbance in the force too, ladies and gentlemen.
I already have that guy. Hello.
I just want to know, like, where it's like the Toronto Hydro?
I'm doing an investigation on Toronto Hydro.
Like, for what reason?
I can't tell you the reason why. I'm going to be I'm working out a little story. I got a drone. I'm going to fly it over top of the grounds. I'm going to check out every square inch of this property.
Like, are you authorized to do so here?
I hope so.
Like, you need something like, the Toronto Hydro for investigation or something.
For what?
Maybe need to talk with someone from the Toronto Hydro.
Oh, I don't. If you want, sure. I don't mind talking to somebody. I don't know who I talk to, but I'm going to be working on it.
Like, from some organization or like individual?
I can't give that out. But I'm going to be flying a drone over top. I have a drone here, so I'll be flying it over the whole yard. I'm going to check the building out first, and then I'm going to be flying the drone over the property to see what's going on here, because we've had reports about this place. What's your name there?
Do you know someone that who reported?
Yep.
Good to see you.
And the guard for the building.
Yeah. You guys should, the Securitas guard should have your guard number displayed.
Yeah, I do have mine, but it's just organized.
Yeah, I don't need it at the moment.
Yeah. We have over here.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, it's on the back of that, isn't it? Can I see it?
Yeah.
104-25739. Awesome.
Yeah, just I'll come back.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you can talk with someone.
You're gonna come back? Okay. You know what? I'll either be here. I'm gonna check out.
Anything over here?
I'll be flying. I'll be right at the end of the sidewalk at the sign there, flying. In about 5 minutes, I'm gonna put it up. But I just wanted to check the parking lot out first. So yeah, it is closed to the public. The building itself is not open to the public. You see, the guy had a key card reader there. That's the only way to get in. So you don't come here to pay your bills, guys. That's for dang sure. We are going to fly the drone. Around the back, so I noticed there's more cameras on the pole. Another one up here, guys. Oh, our friend is back. Good day.
So if you are capturing the property of ours, like it's told to have a private property, and you're not allowed to do so. Like if you're staying here for a long time, we need to call TPS and...
I am. I'm going to be here for probably another hour.
Okay.
I'm just moving out near your sign there, so for a flat spot to fly the drone. I already went around the back, so I noticed there's a locked area back there. That's what I want to take pictures of. So I'm going to put the drone up and get some photos of that from about there. So
Yeah, do whatever you can, but we're reporting to TPS about it.
pardon?
We're reporting this to TPS.
Oh, to TV. Sorry, I didn't mean to. That's okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Why would you do that though? Is it
Private property.
It's private property. Who owns it? Who owns private property?
Toronto Hydro owns it.
Toronto Hydro. So who owns Toronto Hydro?
That's fine.
The city. Is that open to the public? No, it is not. They both smoke it to go in. So yeah, guys. Here is the guy that ratted me out. And if he didn't rat me out, well then, I'm sorry.
It's not Hawkeye. I have Eagle Eye. Truck. I'm a different pet. Hey, Winnipeg Cop Watch. Good to see you. So, guys, I'm just gonna pause it for a quick second here. This is not Hawkeye. This is Eagle Eye. This is True North Transparency's version of Hawkeye.
Can't remember what I was doing.
Young lady Lori, I'm glad you're here. Winnipeg Cop Watch, it's good to see you. Brooke Cameron, would you like to say hi to anybody out loud, Lori, or no?
Can you hear me?
Everybody hit one if you can hear L. Croft forever. Say hi, Crofty.
Hi.
So she is.
Hello.
She's going to be here to tell you, look at all those ones. Oh my God. Crofty, you are the most, look at all the ones. You are the most loved person. You're more loved than me, and with good reason. You've Can you watch from the studio? I'll invite you. Here, you know what? Fuck you. You know what? Lori.
Well, thank you.
So
I
I do private shows for Crofty.
Oh, shit.
Well, we watch my videos before anybody else does. It's because you're the best. Hey, Canada Cop watches in here. Look at that. Crofty is the best. I'm glad you're here, brother. We haven't gotten to my rest yet, so let's keep going, guys. Guys, we have cops. I love you, Crofty. I'm glad you're here. Tom's Will Transparency. I'm really happy to see you here too. Hey. Canada Cop Watch, make sure you share. Go to the chat. He's in Ottawa. Share some of his videos. He does good work. He works with he's on the freedom side in Ottawa. He's excellent. And anybody else, share his channel link. Let's get him more followers. Same as Jim Bolton. So guys, we do have police on scene.
The chat is terrible. The only thing he knows about the law is one thing I told him. And he applied it incorrectly. There's a case Bracken versus Town of Fort Erie that defines how you can be trespassed in a building, in a public building, and he tries to apply it elsewhere.
While doing the exact opposite of something illegal.
And I just like to say that I've come up with a trifold with about a dozen free speech cases and free press cases on it that I'm not willing to produce because the auditors in Canada are all sadistic narcissists, and I don't want to empower them.
I'm not Jewish, but you know what? It is a thing in Toronto now. You get arrested for being Jewish. 100%. Ezra Levant and David Menzies have proven that.
You do not get arrested for being Jewish in Toronto. In fact, you get double the police in your neighborhood to protect you.
We're gonna go and see what these guys want.
This guy is just like big on identity politics.
I understand you're flying. That's fine. Let's chat over there.
No, this is public property. What's your
No,
name?
it's not. This is
Yeah,
property's owned by Toronto Hydro.
Toronto.
Toronto Hydro.
No,
Yes.
Toronto.
Are you?
It's called public property.
I'm not
Look it
gonna
up
argue
on your
this.
phone before
I'm
you
not
start.
gonna argue this with you.
I'm not arguing with you either.
So you've been asked to leave. So
No, I have
can
not.
you please just step back outside
It
there?
is public property, sir.
This is not public property. It's
Take out your phone and look it up, or call your
Toronto
supervisor
Hydro.
here. You guys are dumb as shit.
Here.
Not you. You sound like an asshole. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's public. I looked it up. You think I do this shit without
I'm
looking
well
stuff
aware.
up?
I'm well aware.
Well, no, you're not. You obviously think I'm some sort of
No.
retard to come around here.
I've never said anything of that sort.
Language is not necessary.
Yeah.
Dude, then don't tell me that this is private
Well,
property.
it is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
We're going to be respectful to you.
No, you're not. This guy is not being respectful right now. No, he's not.
He is being respectful.
Telling me that this is private property is not respectful.
It is private property.
No, it is not. It is public property owned by the City of Toronto and the taxpayers. The City of Toronto are the taxpayers. Do you know that? That's what it is. I looked it up. Take your phone out and look, or call your supervisor. I'm not talking to either one of you guys.
Okay, that's fine. We have a supervisor coming.
Your police station is not private property either, contrary to popular belief.
That's your belief that it's not, but it is.
Oh, what?
It is.
What is? The police station too?
Yes.
Really, eh?
Yes.
You guys aren't smart at 42 Division. Holy shit.
Do you have public access into the police station?
It's public property. It's owned by the
You have
taxpayer.
public access into the police
It's
station.
called public property.
Okay,
Listen, I understand that's your belief.
No, it is not. It is the law, dude. You guys are...
It's called Crown property, actually. There's no public property. In the British Commonwealth, everything's owned by the Crown, even private property is. The more you know. Do.
are fucking this up. I've never met you at 42 Division, and you are fucking this right up, dude. Okay. It's public property. Take out your phone and look it up. And see, neither one of you guys want to do that because you know you're going to be wrong.
You don't want to argue with me.
I know you don't want to argue with me. It's so much easier if you just violate my rights, right?
You violate your rights.
Yeah, because you won't shut up and listen to me.
I don't need to shut up. So
Well, neither do I. So
okay, nobody's told you to shut up. Listen, you asked for a supervisor. Obviously, we're not going to get anywhere. We're going to let the supervisor come and have a conversation with you. Right?
look it up on your goddamn phone and call your supervisor right now.
You're not going to be telling us what to do.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
I'm asking you.
I'm your fucking boss.
Okay.
No.
You're not my boss.
Yes, I am.
Be respectful.
I am your boss,
Be
and I'm not being respectful to you. No, you already sailed that bridge, and you told me it was private property. It is not.
You've been asked to leave, right? By that.
And I typed in the chat that this should be sad, and by sad I mean sadistic, and what do you know? The sadistic narcissist is being sadistic again, letting other people's behavior lower his own. See, a man is stalwart. A man does what he does because he's governed by reason. He doesn't make excuses of why he can be cruel to people.
It's public property. You have to commit a crime.
Leave, right?
You have to commit a crime.
Security has asked you to leave.
What
yes?
crime did I commit?
Do you understand the difference between a crime and a bylaw offense?
What's a crime?
Do you understand
There is
the
no
difference-
bylaw. What's the bylaw that says I can't be on this property?
Do you understand the difference? Do you know what Trespass Property Act is?
Yes, I do. Do you know what it is? You apparently
It's
you don't.
not. It's not criminal, right? It's not a crime to commit an
You
offense.
need a crime. You need a crime to trespass me, and you can't make a right.
That's how it works.
Yes, it is.
It's not criminal.
So
It's not criminal.
Jesus,
not
slow
criminal.
down. The first part of it, Section 2, trespass and offense, states anyone who is not acting under a right or authority conferred by law and who does a prohibited activity. I'm not doing a prohibited activity. This is a right. So is that. And so where I'm standing.
Of the failing to leave under.
And the thing is, he admitted that he knows it's not open to the public, which is strange to admit. PC Audits did the same thing when he was at the Perth police station. And if the Crown actually watched their videos, then they would be convicted. I don't know why the Crown never watches their videos, because they admit to being in places where they know the public isn't supposed to be.
Directed to do so.
You can't. I am.
Security has asked you to leave. Yes.
Fuck off, dude. Shut up.
Security has asked you to leave. Yes.
I'm gonna wait for your supervisor. You guys are both morons.
Has security here asked you to leave? Have you asked him to leave? Okay. That's what we're looking at right now. Okay.
And you can't. I can't be asked.
So guys, security has never asked me to leave. He never asked me once, and he still has not asked me to leave. And they're going to arrest me for this. This is funny.
Leave public property unless I've committed a crime. And I'm acting under a right and an authority conferred by law. I am working on a story. Just in case you asshole put your hand on me, you look all fucking sketchy, and so do you.
Good for you.
Huh?
Good for you.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're so worked up.
Because you guys are idiots, man. You guys come over
You're yelling, you're swearing,
Yeah.
you're acting very unprofessional.
Oh, no.
Why are you so worked up? Probably the alcohol has something to do with it, and also the sadistic narcissism. Now, it's so sad, because sadistic narcissism is typically formed because a baby or toddler didn't get what they needed from their caregivers. So it's actually, I coined a new term a few weeks ago called generational sadism. That children are being raised by sadists and becoming sadists themselves. And it seems to be getting more and more pervasive. You see, when we criminalized honor, that is, when we got rid of duels, we made it so sadistic narcissists actually survived until child rearing age. And because there's, women wouldn't even consider mating with a sadistic narcissist, but because civilization is just so saturated in it and sadistic narcissists are rewarded by civilization, this is what we get today. Sadists raising sadists. It's a sad state of affairs.
Oh, you guys won't look. You guys won't look it up. It says it on Toronto Hydro's website that this is public property owned by the city. The only shareholder is the city of Toronto, the taxpayer of Toronto. That's why I'm pissed off at you two. I'm normally really nice to cops, but you know what? You two are kind of dummies.
I mean, I'm having a hard time believing that because you've been yelling and been rude.
Oh, so you keep telling me.
I don't feel like
you over talking me, and you haven't read the Trespass Property Act yourself. 12036. So you've been in what, 2 years? Maybe? Yeah, right. 2.5.
Who's over talking who?
You're new, dude. Read the Trespass Property Act. You can't trespass me from a property that's public unless I've committed a crime.
Yeah, we have a supervisor here. We're gonna come talk to you. Okay.
You're gonna see all
You want
the
to do
rest
this
of
from the lowest hanging possible, right? So
I know you do. You want to violate my rights and then get away with it. That's what you want to do. It's the easiest way to do it. You just said it yourself. It's the easiest way.
You only want to talk. Like you just keep yelling at me.
Because you're a fucking idiot. And so are you.
Yeah.
Shave the mustache, dude. You look like a fucking moron.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand. I don't know what your face looks like because you decided to cover yourself.
Right.
But beyond that, we've been nothing but respectful
Yeah.
with you.
No, you haven't. You're trying to violate my rights. You're telling me this is public private property. Nothing but.
Ooh, if they charge him with trespassing, with a mask on, that's compounding charges. Ricky, play stupid games, Ricky.
No, you haven't. Violating rights is not respectful.
You're yelling.
Right.
You're swearing.
Violating rights is not respectful.
Lose gun and less you.
Well, you don't look professional with a mustache. Neither do you. It looks ridiculous on you.
But you're
Both of you guys.
You're trying to make personal digs, trying to get a reaction from.
And you're trying to violate my rights. And you're trying to violate my rights. You call it a porn stash. You know that. I know
You can call it
that.
whatever you want.
You're the age where you know what it is. What you guys are trying to do is you're trying to trespass a journalist of a public
What are
property.
you doing here?
I don't have to answer that.
Filming possibly now.
Yeah, no shit. Because this is where my rights get violated. And I am a journalist. I'm acting under a right which is protected by Section 2B of the Charter of Rights, the freedom of expression and the freedom of the press. And the Trespass Property Act says if this guy is acting under a right, which is the freedom of the press, the Trespass Property Act, this guy can't ask me to leave, and then I have to do so, not when I'm acting under a right or authority conferred by law. I'm working on an investigation with Toronto Hydro. As an independent journalist, see, he cut me off. It's not respectful. Continue. That's why I started yelling.
Michael Reed, that's
I'm
a
an independent
really good
journalist
statement.
investigating
Nice
something that I'm
compliment.
working on. I was working on my story quite fine. Now I'm reporting you because you guys are trying to violate my rights.
We're trying to understand.
You're trying to get me out of here. You're trying to
The only
understand.
thing that we've asked to start with, my partner asked if you can speak to us off property just to sort things out. Okay? You immediately started yelling at us. You were insulting us. You're calling us idiots. You're swearing. You didn't even bother to try to explain to us that you're investigating the story.
I don't have to.
Okay, fair enough. But I mean, at the same time,
You guys don't know our rights either. That's the problem.
Okay, you keep saying.
Yeah, you do have to. You do have to articulate your rights if you want to stand on them. That's another thing these Canadian auditors don't understand. Like Ontario Audit got arrested, put in a complaint, and they told him he never said he was exercising his rights, so the complaint isn't valid. Next time, next video, the exact same thing. I think they just don't know how to articulate their rights. Like I said, I've got a dozen cases. But my issue is with police is that they just arrest me right away. I don't even get a chance to talk to them.
Saying things over.
You don't.
It is. It's the problem. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get us anywhere.
Well, it will get you somewhere. If you guys touch me and try and drag me off the property or threaten to arrest me to get me off the property, I mean, am I a partner in the law?
Background is too loud.
What were you saying, Robbie?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I thought you were saying something to the video. It's okay.
Oh, sorry.
I'll sue it against the city of Toronto.
My badge number 1164.
I know who you are. Believe me, I know who you are. But you're
He's got what sounds like a retarded woman on the call with him.
threatening to sue me.
Hold on, I'm lawsuit. 100%. If you guys put your hands on me and get me out of here, I'm this guy. This guy here will get sued too because you called the cops to get me off of public property. You know it's public. You should have talked to somebody in the building. That's the way this works. And if you guys, yeah,
They arrest me with a drone in the sky. This is crazy, guys.
It's nice.
Hey, Canada Cop Watch, can you do the 86,000 minutes or whatever the hell it is of this guy? Fearless? Somebody. I'm not going to.
And like I mentioned to these two guys, if you look up Toronto Hydro on a website, it says it's public. It's the first word right on their website, public property.
There you go. No, this is DPA. You are trespassing.
I'm not
You
trespassing.
want to push that? Okay, now you want to
You grab me, dude. This is where I get arrested.
I understand.
I wonder if he provides a false name again.
You're effectively arrested. Make sure you identify you. If we subject to removal from property, here we are.
Oh, okay. You're never arrested.
Right.
Go ahead. Up here. No, oh, yeah.
Turn my camera. Turn my camera.
Sorry, can I get a password, guys?
Excuse me.
C squared. Young lady. I'm glad you're here.
This officer will arrest counsel. Take a picture.
I'm arresting you for
Oh, wait until I see where get that perfectly.
Never tell police that you understand.
So, hang on, guys. I want to explain a little more of what's going on. My drone is falling out of the sky, and they're arresting me, and they don't know how to deal with my fucking drone. And they're arresting me for a bullshit charge. And I think they were told not to do it, but they did it anyways. And guys, this gets worse. This gets way worse before it gets better. Crofty, you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't think
What do you've seen this? No, you can't hear anybody else. It's just me.
Okay, yeah. I remember this.
Yeah, this is insane. It's them arresting me. Guys, and watch. The high school across the street is getting out for lunch, and my drone is flying at eyeball height, and the cops don't know how to deal with it. This is fucking nuts. Watch out for the high school kids in the back right. I'm in handcuffs, and my drone is coming down to a bunch of kids.
Yeah, well,
Guys, I'm just fucking around with it.
for the same thing. You guys lost all your parties. You guys should have been involved in the cops with DPS. They had warned you guys for this. They warned you very clearly about us. And about public property. On their website, it says it. I checked it out before I came here, and I'm not a dummy. I'll tell you right now, I absolutely know my rights better than anybody will ever me.
I'm sure you spent a lot of time studying.
I do. I very much do. And violating my...
No, Ricky, you really don't. Well, you might. You might spend a lot of time studying, but your tiny narcissist brain doesn't register. It doesn't retain. I've never heard okay, RV xerophonitis. That's the one case law that he's ever pulled out, and that only applies to police, to recording police.
My rights was a very, very bad move on your guys' part.
Hey, did I just say that? Why is he wearing a hoodie and a vest now? You know, like when I started out auditing, I would wear that stuff.
The funny part
He went from ghetto cowboy to try to be me.
is they stopped searching me halfway through the search. It was really strange.
So how I know it'd be 42 divisions violating my rights.
Yeah, Ricky, because an actual good faith citizen who records police got their entire detainment policy changed to something that wasn't a prisoner of war style detainment. So you're welcome for that. No torture cuff injury for you, and I'm happy to bear that injury for the rest of my life. I wear it as a badge of honor.
It's great to see you here, man.
Why came here today, dude? To find out how you guys understand our rights and you don't. Okay. You really don't. I swear to God, you don't. And you're gonna learn. Okay. This is. What is he? What is he? I'm gonna show you something. Look up argument in court. Look up the way. No, argument is in court. You know what though? The fact that I told you I'm acting under right makes you culpable. I'm taking you to court. I'll make it absolutely. No, you.
My first arrest, yeah, that's the exact same thing that I said is what the cops just said. Like they were trying to have a back and forth with me. I'm like, I'm not gonna argue it here. I don't argue with police. I'll tell the judge. And the courts won't let me in the building. They won't let me in.
You personally, I gotta be suing you. It looks like you got very little memory. Yeah, I do. Looks like you have about 10, 15 years left on the force, and you're getting sued, man.
Okay, good luck with that.
Oh, yeah, no, good luck with that. 42 division, guys. What's their phone number? 416? No, 808-0042, is it? Zero what?
Phone card you gave.
Oh, yeah. 4200, that's what it is. It's for every division, it's the first two numbers and then 00. It's unfortunate, man. If you would have done 10 seconds worth of research like I even mentioned to you, you would have realized I wasn't breaking any laws whatsoever.
Still arguing the point that you should be arguing here.
No, you should have done better. You're a sergeant. The job of the police is to protect our rights, not violate them. You guys just violated the shit out of my rights.
Think of how much money you earn.
Oh, no, it's just not that.
But then why do you keep talking?
Because you should know your fucking job. No shit, you really should. Oh, you should have known your job.
Because I'm a sadistic narcissist and I can't help it.
I do a YouTube channel. You know exactly who I am and what YouTube channel I do. But you fucked up. You're gonna go viral as hell. And then Toronto police is gonna have a word with you and be like, dude, what the fuck were you thinking?
Hey, DLZ Clips, that's exactly what they did. TrueNorTransparency@gmail.com if you want to reach out. Crofty, could you please share my email if you don't mind, please?
What in the hell were you thinking? You having a bad day? You have a fight with your boyfriend last night? Is that what it is? Yeah? You just had to arrest somebody? Like one of these YouTube guys?
I love your YouTube show. Yeah, good luck with it.
Oh, I know the law better than you. I'll tell you what, I really do.
And think of all the money you'll make when you list.
I want your job. I don't really want money. Nah, what they'll do is they'll move you to like Durham region or something after you go in front of the tribunal. That's what they do with all you cops. All you dirty cops, they go in front of the tribunal and move them. So that you're out of the range of the tribunal system. Yeah, I know how it is. I follow the tribunal pretty damn close. You guys have no idea what the shitstorm you just opened up on 42. And they love it. They think it's funny. This guy thinks it's funny. And guys, the first thing it says on the website for Toronto Hydro is it's public property. And I looked it up before I came here. Public property. Owned by the public. The shareholder is the public, so you can't boot me from it. Even if the land it's on is rented. The RCMP tried this just last weekend and they fucking lost. They lost big time. The York Regional Police
No, the shareholder is a crown corporation, Ricky.
a lot better than you guys. They decided not to violate my rights. And the RCMP had the same argument. Oh, we rent the land. We rent the land. Those are federal cops that fucked up that bad. And the York Regional Police wouldn't take their side. Smartly so, because they know I know better. And that is where the problem lies with Toronto Police. And this is not the last time you're going to see me do. Never. I'm going to 42 Division. I'll be flying the drone about 42 Division, checking out all your cars in the back and all your equipment that you have. So it's available on Wikipedia. You can Toronto Police will tell you everything. I know. Yeah. It's also called the Sunshine List. Anyway, over 100 grand, you can find them on the Sunshine List. I can go for your information request at the headquarters for $5 and get all your names and incomes and all the disciplinary actions. There's a lot more. When you request a freedom of information request, you get a lot more information. Okay. What's you writing for me? No. 42 Division, the first ones. Not smart enough to arrest True North Transparency. Awesome, guys. It's a good one. You guys cover the zoo? Is the zoo in your laws? It is.
Hold on, I gotta pause just for 1 second. I heard delete laws was deleted.
The first one's smart enough to not arrest?
Because his whole channel was deleted. And I know DLZ Clips is an offshoot channel from his. Let me know what's going on. Please, and thank you.
You ran into my friend yesterday or something.
I'm sure most people know Chile was hacked. Trusted the wrong person again, likely. And they played gay porn on his channel for a couple days.
I can't tell you his name. He'll tell you. You guys look it up, you'll see. For your guys' information, anything that says Toronto, Ontario, Canada on it, other than like a private business, like a government.
Sorry, I had to pause it. I just saw a message. Oh, so this is Chile. DLZ Clips. Fuck. Hey, man. I have an email address. I love delete laws, man. That's Chile.
Chile will never work with you if I have anything to say about it. And we'll see the one guy that's been loyal, the one guy that's actually made torture cuff change, that's made hiring policy changes. We'll see. We'll see, Ricky.
DLZ Clips. They did all the short videos for delete laws. And, yeah, man. I love your channel, dude. I love everything that you do. If there's anything I can do to help, you just let me know. It's TrueNorTransparency@gmail.com, brother.
Situation like this is run by Toronto, the city of Toronto. That makes it public property. Taxpayer owned and taxpayer owned and funded. Okay, so here's the idea. Again, it's for fail to leave when directed to do so. Okay, under the Trespass Property Act. It's going to be $65 total payable. You've got 3 options on the back here. Option 1 is you can pay, it's considered a plea of guilty. Option 2 is you can request immediate prosecute for early resolution. And option 3 is you can cross your file. You can pick whichever one of these options you like. Your 50 days, guess what I'll do. But when you trade, you guys are coming to court. And it won't be you three showing up to court, just you, because you're a public enemy. Yeah? I think you'll be in civil court with it. Sure. Okay. All right, have a good day, sir. Wish I could say this. I wish the same for you. I do not. Have the day you deserve. You too? Yeah, you too. Hold on later. Okay. So, guys, True North Transparency. I'll get the 42 Division pigs. 42 Division fucked up, violated all sorts of rights to.
And he didn't want to take the arrest. That's obvious. They snuck it in on him. He said in one of his most recent videos that he doesn't want to get arrested until he has 50,000 subscribers because subscriber count determines how he lives his life.
Hey, love it. They wanted to make a YouTube video.
I have my presence in the house.
And dudes, they did it. These motherfuckers did. I'm glad they didn't seize all my cameras, guys. Because like the other,
DLZ, delete laws, I'll help any way I can. I really will. I really love your channel. You can, You've been a solid influence in my life for near 6 years now. I'd love to see you. I'd love
The
to
Trespass Property Act, guys, clearly.
No, Ricky, you haven't learned a thing from Chili. Chili's a constitutional law scholar. He doesn't granny gaze. That's an insult to say that you admire and have learned from him. That is an absolute insult, and you're a disgrace, Ricky. Ricky is a disgrace to citizen journalism. I got into citizen journalism because of my research and seeing citizen journalists all across the world having crimes committed against them with impunity, and I said I have to add my name to that list. People like Ricky spit in the face of people who make actual sacrifice. He's a sadistic narcissist, and he doesn't deserve his camera. The way he treats people, it's disgusting. Chili, you work with this guy? That's it. That's it for me.
States, anyone acting under a right or authority conferred by law. And I mentioned to them all that I was an investigative journalist and that this was protected by Section 2B of the Charter. It is not private property. It is the first thing they say. And here's this loser here.
It's not private property, but you already admitted that you know it's not open to the public. It's Crown property that doesn't provide services to the public.
And they are wrong about everything they said.
Now, guys, I'm going to pause this video because it doesn't go much. Oh, hang on. Let me play this last part here.
Guys, I'm gonna... Yes.
Toronto Hydro is a public corporation is what I'm showing on my phone. And, man, this is a blatant violation of rights. I love all the channels that show it. Crofty.
Yes?
Sorry, I had somebody else. We have Matthew the King. We have Mad Lab Press. So, guys, this is something interesting I found out. Hey, could you just for a minute, please, young man? I have a young kid in the house right now. I did just find out that if you...
He calls young people kids, like the cattle that he is. No, kids are baby goats, Ricky. Kids are baby goats. But if they're around you, yeah, they probably are cattle like you are.
get charged under the Trespass Property Act in Ontario, or anywhere in Canada, you get charged with a provincial offense. It's not a criminal offense. But what you have to do is, if you think the provincial government, like today, I got a trespass.
Hey, at least he learned he doesn't have to sign the trespass ticket.
From public property. What you have to do is you have to notify the Ministry of the Attorney General of Ontario and of Canada of your intention to bring forth a human rights case, even if it's a provincial offense like a $65 ticket. And this is the fun part, guys. Me and Mad Lab Press were talking about this earlier. Mad Lab Press has thousands of hours in a courtroom, and I have none. But I'm right up.
Yep. Mad Lab Press has thousands of hours in a courtroom because he's a cop. And True North Transparency loves cops like Mad Lab Press.
Well, it's absolutely correct. I found out today. I'm going to teach you guys how to fight these tickets in a way that will render the police useless. The police, the Trespass Property Act, all of that stuff will be useless once you enact your rights as a human being in this country. Hey, John Perry, my friend, you just showed up at the exact time. John Perry, if I can tell everybody who you are, hit 1, John Perry. If not, hit 2, John Perry. He's not doing it. Okay, that's John Perry. So guys, John Perry is Rise in the Falls. He's like one of the first auditors of Ontario, and they screwed him.
Oh, Cyril using a pseudonym. What a surprise. All these sadistic narcissists and their deception, their reality building. They even lie to themselves so that they can justify their own cruelty and trigger endorphins when they exact their cruelty on their victims.
Arrested him and charged him for filming in public.
You think he was arrested for filming in public? Did you see the way he treated strangers? Yeah. You saw the way he treated strangers, and you thought, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna be a sadistic narcissist too. Did you see where it got him? Is he recording anymore? No. No, he's not.
This is the original auditor, the original one that actually did a good job. And guys, hey man, I'm busy here, dude. Okay, sorry. I gotta go.
Yeah, if you're a sadistic narcissist, you did a hell of a job. You did a hell of a job trying to equalize with women and old people. You did a hell of a job committing public order offenses like you do by suggesting sexual acts in public and trampling on lawns, threatening people with weapons.
Sorry. Are you okay?
Get too close, old lady, and I'll self-defend the shit out of you.
The police are not allowed to arrest you for exercising your rights. No shit, they're not allowed. And these guys fucked up in a horrible way today. And they've done it to other people. They've done it to Ontario Audits. They've done it to Canada Cop Watch. Both of those guys are going to come up on top of their stories, and I'm going to allow them to have their stories. But today...
Yep, 2 more sadistic narcissists. Like I said, I would love to empower these people, but I would love to empower Canada. But people like this just make it not worth it. Fuck it, you know? People don't know how to stand on their rights. They don't know how to research candidly. That's their problem.
Hey, some little backwoods little piece of shit division of the Toronto Police Service has decided to violate my rights.
Yeah, backwoods Metropolitan Police. Remember what I said about reality building in order to justify cruelty?
And they fucked up so bad. This is going to be... I'm not hiring a lawyer. I'm going to defend myself, and I'm going to teach everybody. I'm going to show them. If I fuck it up, if I don't get it right, I'm going to show you how I screwed up. But I'm going to be defending myself in court, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to...
You're going to defend yourself? You're going to remove your ability to defend for yourself? Interesting. I'm glad you freely associate with that pronoun, Ricky.
...win this case, and I'm going to teach every single one of you how to win your case when it comes down to a human rights violation. It's not a charter of rights violation. This is a rights violation. We have a human right. We have a natural right to the freedom of the press. In Canada, we absolutely do. The government doesn't want you to think that you do, but we do. And I'm going to defend myself against this one. And we're going to make it...
No, the government wants you to think you have rights, but they don't want you to actually exercise them.
...stick.
When's your court date?
I just got to pick it today, so I have 15 days to plead guilty to it if I want to. Yeah, I'm not pleading guilty, guys. I'm not pleading guilty. Lori, I know you have a huge understanding of the First Amendment in the United States, but you and I have recently become really close friends. Do you have any questions about about the differences between the First Amendment of the United States or the Charter of Rights, Section 2B here in Canada?
Well, that's a good question. I'd have to reread through the Charter of Rights before I can answer it.
Well, do you have any questions that would relate to the First Amendment?
Well, let me think. Yeah, I can't take it when you're slipping my mind. I'm not used to this.
Well, I'll help you out with one question. Is the difference between the freedom of the two sections, like the First Amendment and Section 2B of the Charter, is we have the right to the freedom of the press. Yes, we do. But the one thing, you guys have 5 elements. You guys have 5 elements of your First Amendment.
Please don't say he's gonna say that we don't have the right to redress our government or redress grievances or petition, because we do. We do. They tucked it away way down there in Section 24. You should watch my videos, Ricky. You really should. Well, actually, I never say it in my videos, but it's in my descriptions. Yeah, they tucked it in. The very last right in Canada's so-called Bill of Rights. The first 24 sections of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The Constitution Act. It's an act. It's a Constitution Act. It's theater. It's an act of 1984. Actually, 1982. But 1984 is a reference that a lot of people won't get. All animals are equal. Some more equal than others.
They only have 4. And the one that's missing is the right to redress our government.
Oh.
Idiot. How could I possibly have predicted that?
Oh,
yeah.
That's right. That's a big one.
It's not missing. It's not missing from our rights. But if you want to look at how closely these rights are worded to one another, like the First Amendment to Section 2B, they're very closely worded. Now, the other thing is, this is something I'll just say
No, Ricky, you're wrong again. All that research you do, you're wrong again. It's not, the First Amendment is not close to Section 2B, it's close to Section 2, fundamental rights, which also includes religion and assembly, which are not in Section 2B, idiot.
On my own, is that Canadian Supreme Court, the Supreme Court of Canada, will often, and I'm talking more often than not, use American case law to apply to the rights here in Canada. It's a...
No, they don't.
Really big deal, and delete laws. He's one of these people that would love to know this. Canada RV, thank you for the super chat, my friend. I haven't been looking at the comments. This is insane. Like, our laws do overlap more than anybody understands.
No, they don't. Reality building of a narcissist. If our laws overlapped, we wouldn't have the Oakes test. We would have public forum doctrine.
The fact that they're trying to, I know you can see it and I can see it, is the government is trying to separate people. They're trying to drive a wedge between different societies.
Yeah, and you do it, Ricky. You fall for it hook, line, and sinker. You're more into identity politics than anyone.
Canadians and Americans even. Mm-hmm. We have the same rights because we have the same border.
Yeah.
You're just an idiot. You're an idiot. Why do you just make shit up?
That makes sense.
Oh, right, because you're a sadistic narcissist. Seeking the approval of other sadistic narcissists.
Tri-County, that was him. That was the Delete Laws Shorts channel. It's not a big deal if it was or was not Delete Laws. I love the guy. He's good. Yeah, you do not, right? Yeah, you know what? Everybody has their own opinion. Right? Sometimes I think he's a dickhead. 100%. Yeah, I've seen Delete Laws do some shit. I thought, like, oh my god, that guy's such an asshole. And then sometimes I look at him and I'm like, Jesus.
Really? Chili's a dickhead? The unexamined life is not worth living. That was Socrates. Because I know you didn't get that, Ricky. Yeah, Socrates said the unexamined life isn't worth living. You think Chili's a dickhead? He doesn't go out and record grannies and then threaten to self-defend the shit out of them when they walk up to him. Idiot.
He had it on point. And I'm the same way, guys. I'm not always the nicest guy in the world. I don't claim to be I'm not trying to be a bridge between the community and the police. I just want to do my own thing and be left alone. And sometimes I'm a complete asshole.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you will.
I've never seen it. I totally am not a mentally disabled person who gets private viewings from Ricky.
You will.
Okay.
You will. Everybody will. Yeah. And kids are great.
How could you watch a single one of his videos and think that he's not an asshole? Cloud is a hell of a drug. And when someone with a lot of views mods you or will bring you onto their panel and you're a sadistic narcissist, you will just throw away any semblance of reality to get that dopamine. See, sadistic narcissists live in their amygdala where everybody's always attacking me, everyone's attacking me, and that's what they use as their reality building to justify cruelty. So like Ricky calling everyone insane. There's windows on a dentist's office. That's insane. That's crazy. That's nuts. Windows on a dentist's office. It's this reality building that they use to justify cruelty. But it's the same reality building that they'll use with their sadistic cohorts to say, no, you're not an asshole. You're telling me you're an asshole, but I've never seen it. I've never seen you be an asshole. I've never seen you tell someone to suck a dick. I've never seen you tell a woman, hey, don't tell me how to do my job. I don't tell you how to suck dick. No, she's never seen that. She's never seen that because besides the amygdala, they also use their pleasure center. So they're constantly alternating between inventing a threat with their amygdala and then using that invented threat to be cruel and getting endorphins from their pleasure centers. They always know how to identify one another, right? Because of the cruelty and the reality building, and they always stick together. And the reason you see it in Ricky here, and most other people who identify as auditors that want to piss off old ladies so that they can be cruel to them. Old ladies is the most extreme example and the most relevant, I think. Where was I going? I don't remember.
Great when you're fucking hearing that. That's funny. Yeah, I got a roommate.
Right. So they see it in one another and they associate with one another. Other places you'll see it, besides auditors, besides the sadistic narcissist auditors, and there are good auditors out there, like Tuapri. I think Flex Your Freedoms is reformed. Chili is never cruel to anyone besides police, and any police that don't deserve it. Let's see, other non-sadistic narcissist auditors. Yeah, I think Tuapri and Chili and Flex now. But where I was going with that is they associate with each other, right? And so government is another example of this, where they'll be able to identify other sadistic narcissists during the hiring process, and especially with police, until Toronto police changed their hiring policy recently. And Chief Demq instituted a mental health program. So Toronto police are actually on the way to becoming something better. Bring the peace back to the peace office. Obviously, there's always going to be the need for violence in response. One sec. But the third group I'd like to identify, and you'll see that there's friction between all three of these groups. That's police, like government, but police especially, auditors. So sadistic police, sadistic auditors, and also sadistic trolls, which is why I call Ricky Troll Transparency. He's a troll. The biggest thing about narcissism is confession through projection, right? So when he tells people to suck a dick, it's because he's a homosexual, but he's too ashamed to admit it. And so then you have, and it's this seeing in others what you are too ashamed to admit about yourself that causes all this friction, all this cruelty. And so the trolls and the auditors and the police are constantly at odds with each other because they all share the same deficiency, sadistic narcissism.
I got a roommate. Listen, guys, that was my arrest today. I'm glad everybody's here to listen to it. I'm going to sum it up real quick again. The security never asked me to leave. They never asked me to leave. The cops asked me if the security asked me to leave.
Sum it up real quick in 10 minutes. That's real quick. And yeah, security said if you don't leave, I'll be phoning the police. But again, it's that reality building. It's so sad because you know that it was caused by his parents or caregivers being incompetent and likely sadistic themselves. Ricky also suffers from body dysmorphia like so many police and trolls, which is a symptom of being bullied as a child, which again causes sadistic narcissism. It's best to understand why we feel negative emotions than to let them run our lives. So when, like I said earlier, somebody says something that triggers a negative emotion, that negative emotion as an excuse. So when, like I said earlier about being stalwart, a man is stalwart. Somebody says something that triggers a negative emotion. You don't use that negative emotion as an excuse to be cruel back or to be cruel in the first place. You understand why you feel the negative emotion. And you're stalwart. You do what you do because you're governed by reason, not because you're a toxic female dog. You're a toxic bitch. If you're a man, it's just not what men do. Men are stalwart. Toxic bitches do what they do based on other people's behavior, not men.
Even I just laughed at them a few times and I thought it was hilarious.
And not even women. Women don't do that either. It's toxic feminine bitches.
And at one point, they didn't care because I was rude. I was rude to them, so they decided to arrest me. And they figure I'm going to sign this bullshit piece of paper in front of me and pay my $65. But that is not what I'm going to do, guys. I hurt their feelers, Crofty. Yes, I did. You can say it out loud.
I'm on here.
Hey,
I'm not
so, here he is again, Cyril Carroll.
I've never seen you be rude, and I keep forgetting that I am on air.
rise and the falls. One of the best auditors known to Canada. He has something very important to say, and it's on your screen right now.
Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of the person, and the right to not be deprived thereof, except in accordance. What? Except? Are you stupid? Yes, you're stupid. That's why the courts have said, oh, look, he's using his real name this time. You're stupid, and that's why the courts have said that you're not allowed to pick up a camera, idiot. And what these people believe that rights are entitlements, and not responsibilities. See, the ability to manipulate our environment is our genetic advantage. Some may say gifted by God. Christians will say it was gifted by Lucifer. Now, with this ability to manipulate our environment through expression, psychosocially through expression, means that we have a responsibility to use it properly. And rights aren't entitlements like these toy boys think, these sadistic narcissists would like to believe. Rights are responsibilities. They're responsibilities to manipulate our environment towards a better world, towards a better environment. But sadistic narcissists, toxic bitches, don't understand. They think rights are what you're entitled to.
This stuff.
Something with the principles, the fundamental, just, yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
These are important. And there's people think they're the government keeps chipping away at your rights. Audit in Canada, my friend. Yes.
Oh, enter audit in Canada, another idiot who the courts have said is not allowed to record because of his sadistic narcissism, who has gone hands-on with an old lady. You know, at least Ricky gives him the warning and says, I'll self-defend the shit out of you if you get too close, where audit in Canada just puts hands on.
Mad Lad Press, the voice is Crofty. L. Croft forever. Everybody does know. That is L. Croft forever.
You know, it's interesting. L. Crofty used to donate when Slow County Observer was going. You know, within the first 60 seconds of his life, she'd be in there giving him money. Listening to her voice and that now, probably unethical to take her money.
Here's Cyril again with some very spitting some facts. I love Cyril.
And by spitting facts, he means regurgitating what the government tells him.
Right, Mark? Oh, Mad Lab Press says you have that nighttime driving radio voice that'll make you like drive into oncoming traffic or get highway hypnosis.
That's right, baby.
I have the same voice.
The clearly mentally challenged voice is a nighttime radio voice? Really?
Since I ever with that cold, I don't really sound like this.
I do have another video.
Or which one?
What do you think I should share here?
Oh god, the one. I don't remember so many. The grocery store one was pretty funny.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
How did I share that with you?
Now, by funny, do you think they'll mean I was extremely cruel to a person?
Remember. Alright guys, this is funny. This is funny as hell. Sorry, I have to rewind it a little bit. Alright. Everybody hit 1 if you want to watch this video, and hit 2 if you want me to stop it, because, you know, a lot of people on YouTube don't want to see a new video. Alright. Look, this is just a video I haven't even edited yet. Nobody's seen it. Only Crop. Oh, Cropty, you voted one. That's true. I decided to stop one day. It's running. It is disgusting what happened to it. They're going to pay for it. They're going to pay for it. They're going to see that. That's wrong that it happened. See, don't believe you. See, I guess how it goes, huh? So we have a problem in Canada, is we have the reverse glare. In Canada, what we have is the people inside of a store can't see outside after. No joke. This is 4:30 in the afternoon. In the afternoon, and it's so dark outside that they cannot even. Mad Lab Press, I'll absolutely be blazing with you. But nobody can see out of the store, so I end up having to put on some lights, which we're going to play with this one. I might wrap myself in Christmas lights while I go auditing. It'll be a fun one. Yeah.
So one thing you'll see in all of his videos is I made them uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable. And that's how sadists get high. They get high off their endorphins. I made them uncomfortable. You are what I am. You are what I am. Oh yeah.
emailing me, Grace Rich. Please, I need to go there. Rob Burns, I'm so happy to see you. No, I see you now, bro. Matthew, Vic King, I'm glad you're still here. This is a kick-ass video, man. A lot of cops.
Yeah, every Christmas lights, except they're not Christmas lights. They're Saturn lights. The fuck does a tree have to do with Christ, idiots?
I'm charged with trespassing big balls. Thank you, respect the rights.
Everyone loves Christmas lights, guys. We like shiny things. Oh, bright colored lights. Everybody loves bright colored lights.
Hey, Rob Burns, if your chat is frozen, leave YouTube and refresh the whole thing. It'll work. Oh, hey, it's Canada.RV. I have a video of yours at the RCMP station in Kamloops. Right, that's a really good point. A really good point. It's amazing legal ground, Matthew.
I mean, I don't like using that type of diction, but it is a pretty big issue that people think they're worshiping Christ when they're worshiping Saturn, and so people need to be shamed for that type of ignorance, I think.
You go right on ahead.
You're good. You can go in. I'm not. You wouldn't block your Saturn, I think so. Yeah, that's, it is. People watching. Right? Right? I like that, man. What's your name? Chris. I'm Rick. It's a pleasure to meet you, Chris. I film everywhere. And when I'm done work, I go film for a few hours and then I go home. It's fun, man. You have a great day.
I meet some really nice people while I'm out auditing, guys. I really do. Right, Cyril? Right, Cyril? The Shadow will be in Ottawa very soon.
When his what is in Ottawa, the Chad? First of all, why would you name yourself after a character in a Hollywood movie? I don't know. Why would you not want to learn the difference between your and your? I don't know. What I do know is that you're not very bright. That's what I know. And that you are a sadistic narcissist because you're taking part in this crap. Because you tolerate people like True Troll Transparency, or Ricky, China to Cuckwatch, and others. Not just tolerate, idolize, support, participate in a toxic, sadistic narcissist, female dog community.
Right, Timothy, you're absolutely correct. Thomas Mill, just keep emailing me.
And paranoia, also prevalent among narcissists.
And commenting where you want me to go. It'll happen one day, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. Just so you know, I have a lot of places to visit. Hey, this is a nice surprise. Thank you, Podcast Canada.
And notice how his breathing gets heavier and heavier the more he thinks he's making someone else feel uncomfortable. It's another way sadists get high, just off the oxygen.
Section 2B or Kingpin, could you share Podcast Canada channel? Everybody needs to share this. One of the fastest growing channels here in Canada. Seems to be where it's all going down.
People are getting uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable.
They're making me uncomfortable. I'm just kidding, guys. It's freezing out, and my hands are frozen.
I need all to subscribe to Podcast Canada.
What do you want to go to tell the security guard? Pardon? It's I love taking people watching. Cool. It appears as though they have snitched on me. So, you have any reason why you're regular? Why are you regular?
Stop trying to be Flex. True troll. You're not a quarter of the man Flex is. You don't have 1/10 the wit, the charm, or anything else that makes him great. Stop trying to talk like him. It's foolish. Or don't, continue appealing to your sadistic narcissist fans in any way that you can. If it makes you happy.
Please, I'm not comfortable with that. You have to leave. Please.
Yeah, I know they're not uncomfortable. That's why I've been giggling like a toxic feminine biatch.
No one's comfortable with that, please. You know what's okay? Why are you recording? The management is not comfortable with you recording, please. Can you leave?
Why am I recording? What it is I saw the way that police hide behind the law to be cruel to people. So I thought, I'll do the same.
I have to leave the public sidewalk, you guys. That's funny.
Peter Byler, that was funny.
They dress up as real cops. Because we love real cops. We suck all the cops' dick. If they're real cops.
I love it.
And China to Cuckwatch, the man who brought you begging the city for money to give pro-police propaganda to children. China to Cuckwatch. Totally not a bootlicker.
Charles Murray, I do not have a lawyer. Why, do you have any ideas?
They're uncomfortable. I made them uncomfortable. Oh, I craved my pants.
Right, the Chad. Unbelievable. The way this is growing.
I waved. I gave her the peace sign.
Jim Bolden. Another example of how the Canadian movement has grown.
I guess. That's hilarious.
And how Canada has lost the UK.
No, it's not hilarious. It's not hilarious, Rick. It's sad. It's sad. You're a sad person. Everyone that's not a sadistic narcissist sees it. And a lot of sadistic narcissists see it too. They're called trolls. And it's because they're like you.
Hell yeah, Tom.
It's because they're like you that they see it.
How would you do that?
I waved back.
Some people are like, Hawkeye's in the room.
I pretended like I swatting flies away from my face and she was doing that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Me and Hawkeye don't even like each other, but I would totally promote his channel.
Oh, there's a lady down the street that's coming. She looks very angry. Very angry, healthy, and well fed.
Right, I love Kingpin, yeah, laughing hysterically on the sidewalk. I love you, Hawkeye.
Thanks, lady, my phone constantly.
Eagle Eye, this is you.
Oh, at the time she was real tight. Make him good for running.
Canadian rights media, the last I heard, is still in college. He's going to graduate. He may or may not start making videos again. That's what I heard about Canadian rights media.
I can't see you smiling because I got my face covered.
The Chad knows him too, so.
Cute boots. Have a good one.
As you guys notice, I actually have really nice interactions with people on the sidewalk outside of these businesses.
So you look at me now.
That's the woman that's calling the cops. That bitch is
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
I tell you, I'm really fast.
I'm fast as fuck, everybody.
I don't know what you're saying. Oh, no. I'm really, really quick, though. I'll outrun the police. I'll outrun the police. I'm fast as hell, Lee. I love you, dog.
Yeah, are you saying doing this?
Why not?
Because there's people in there that you need to get a signature from for them to take a
Is
picture.
that so?
Yeah.
You really?
Roll off.
You don't know your rights. I'm making you feel uncomfortable. I don't know my rights either. That's why I can't articulate them. That's why I need 1,000 people to call in when I get arrested. You are what I am. You are what I am.
You gotta learn about Canadian law, lady. Hey, watch the
In Canada, yes, they're very hard to find.
Way faster than the cops. If you want to say.
For now.
Should call the cops. Not the police. No.
Patriot Linda, it's nice to see you.
Imagine being patriotic to a government that has no qualms telling you that you are subject to their rule. Or one that creates debt bondage. They literally call it government bonds. You want to be patriotic to that? It makes sense that you could actively support this troll. Because you're stupid. Because you have a tiny little narcissist brain.
So Canada RV, it was you who went into the Kamloops RCMP station. You were wearing a red jacket and a red hat. Just type 1 if that's true, or 2 if it's not.
Hey, ready to call the police on you?
Oh, now we got Mr. Green Thumb Ottawa, the proud freedomer himself. And those freedomers are just such hypocrites, I gotta say. Like, they're the first people to tell you what you can and can't do with your own property.
Oh, that was funny. That was a lady walked by earlier and got cubed out. She thinks I need signatures. We need to get all their signatures.
I'm glad you asked, Izzy. The point of this is for me to get endorphins by telling people you are what I am when I'm not just making them uncomfortable non-verbally. You're welcome.
Somebody needs to give the INS 86,000 seconds. Yeah. Let's see what that was. That's a lot of financial.
And I just want to say that when sadistic narcissists meet sadistic narcissists, this is what happens, right? Obesity is a great sign of sadistic narcissism because they have issues with impulse control. They can't control what goes in their mouth. They can't control what comes out of it either.
See you later, Mad Love Press. Man, what a great moniker for him right now.
I think speaking of, can't control what comes out of your mouth. One of Ricky's most acute characterizations of himself that proves that he's a sadistic narcissist is when he was talking about marijuana and how he didn't get high off the marijuana. He got high off knowing that it was illegal. And once it was legalized, he really didn't need to do it anymore or enjoy doing it. That's total sadistic narcissism, is doing something that you know you shouldn't do, but knowing that you'll get away with it anyway. And he literally said, I get high off of it. So, that's the endorphins coming into play.
One thing I don't like about the Samsung phone, guys, is that it's at nighttime, the contrast is too dark. It's far too dark. You gotta look at good attitude or something.
Guys, some of these ladies inside were dancing for the camera and all that sort of stuff. Some of them were having fun.
You're awesome.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa. I do love my sadistic narcissist laugh as well. I just love laughing at people when I make them feel uncomfortable or when I think they're stupid because I'm stupid.
The Russians are paying me a lot of money. What camera I am having?
I don't like to dwell on the negativity, so I'd like to take this opportunity to say that cameras are a great opportunity to embody divine masculinity instead of toxic femininity like Ricky here. And how you do that is, watch Stop a Douchebag. Speaking of Russia, watch Stop a Douchebag and see how those divine masculine men use their cameras. I do the same, though I don't like publishing the videos. I do publish the occasional one, but none of the crazy stuff that I run into, like getting assaulted and making people look silly when they think they can attack an old man and I just wrap them up.
Marley sandwiches. Well, wow, that's
for a reason, guys. That's a big
Wow, how could you possibly have identified a store? That's amazing. How could you know that? How could... Maybe he's been there, Ricky. Yes, object permanence. When your brain stops developing as a small child or a large baby, yeah, you might not understand object permanence, but this building is there. It's been there. It was there before you got there, and it'll be there after you leave. It's called object permanence. And people have a thing called memory, so they can remember that there's an object that's permanently there. Amazing, I know.
Hello, how are you?
me too, Matthew. Me too. It's weird. This is such a specific number, Matthew. I can't believe you guys wrote the exact same thing.
Naughty. It's so funny. I make women uncomfortable. I'm a misogynist.
No, sir, you have to get my consent, sir. You have to get my consent. I tell you, man, you might go to jail over it. I hope that wasn't a picture. You need my consent, sir. I can't say that. Sorry. Did they call the cops? Did they call the police? You don't have to worry about me, man. I'm not coming after you.
And that's what it's all about. He wants his heroes to come to articulate his rights to the people because he can't. And they're his heroes, and he wants every glimpse of his heroes that he can get. He wants to waste all the taxpayers' dollars to pay government to do what he should do as a man himself, because he's not a man. He's a toxic feminine bitch, like all sadistic narcissists.
You need my consent, sir. I swear to God. I'm not waiting for the cops, dude. It's an honest question. You know, photography is very illegal, sir.
I made fun of him. I made fun of him. The breathing's getting heavier. Are the police coming? Are the police coming? Oh yeah, police. Oh, give him an education. Give him an education. Oh, education.
I don't know what to do. I leave what you're saying. I have a sneaking suspicion they call the police. I highly doubt the police are coming. They never do. They never do. Not for me. Here's a little bit here. Let's go. Oh, she looks like she's on the phone. You're probably educated her. So slide 15, guys. Here it comes, guys. Here it comes. Oh, that's a headache. I'm melting. Yeah, what's my numbers?
He's gay. You are what I am. You are what I am. You are what I am. Oh, education. Oh.
Oh, we thought.
Did they call the police? Did the police let them know that this is perfectly legal? I don't know. You don't know? Do you? Do you know if they called the cops? If they call, they gotta wait, so. Skin kind of cold. That I can't answer. Yeah. Or resign blast.
I can answer, but to do so would be embodying divine masculinity, and I just can't do that. Being an honorable person, no. I'm gonna let the government do that for me. I love the government. I loves my government.
Yeah. Look, man, there's a camera.
I loves my subjugation.
Right there, they weren't even
With those cameras there, they know you're there and they allow them to be videotaped by those security cameras.
Yeah.
This is unlawful.
It's unlawful.
But they don't want
hold on, how do you figure it's unlawful?
Because they don't want to
But that doesn't make it unlawful.
Maybe I use it wrong.
Unlawful is definitely the wrong term. This is actually a protected right in Canada and the United States. In most free countries, like even England, they have she rights. Their rights are going away real fast, but it is a protected right. And that's actually what I do, man. I film in public, in publicly accessible areas, and I find people that think that they can't, that we can't do it. And this fella here says I have to leave. And no, what ended up happening, they probably called the police. I know 55 Division very well, so where we are. And they won't come. And I hope what they did is told her over the phone. It's, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing illegal about a man standing on the sidewalk with a camera. Even if it makes you feel uncomfortable, it's not even a big deal, man. Why? Why do you feel uncomfortable? Well, because guys like this, or guys like you that might think it's unlawful. No, the lady, well, the lady's in there.
Because making people feel uncomfortable releases endorphins in my brain.
I mean, well, the ladies in there called the police. They think it's unlawful. Why did it? I'm in the store. I would wave in. Giving that to hang loose. So hold on. Don't keep interrupting me. But they can't. They could feel scared, but I didn't do anything to make them feel scared. I wasn't hiding. I was in plain sight. Well, that's what they call creating your privacy. But what I mean by hiding is like making. You know what? I have pens that are cameras. This is a camera.
So the entire basis of religion is built on the metaphor of Lucifer freeing us from the predators of the night, being stared at by faceless eyes. The fear of being stared at is the most primordial fear. And like I said, the entire basis of religion is based around this fear. So sad, man. Sad. Do better.
You know, I'm not hiding and sneaking cameras or putting it in their bathroom or something like that. I'm right out in the public street, and this is one of the busiest streets in all of Toronto. And that's what I do. I go around, I film, and have a good time. Some people lose their shit. And when guys come out like that, tell me I have to move off the sidewalk, and I stay for a lot longer. And you know what? The reaction does well. It makes a good video. It's pretty funny when people get all pissed off.
So this can get posted?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I post it on the internet, and people, you know, one of the ladies in there dancing.
Yeah, pissing people off makes a great video. Yeah, for sadistic narcissists it does, actually.
The camera, a couple of them were mad at me. I can tell because they called the cops. They're crying. That's not, I don't even care. You know what, as an adult, people gotta realize, even if Tesla drives by you on the street, you got 7 cameras on.
What are you doing?
They're crying? I don't even care. They're crying, I don't care.
What?
You're wearing a vest, you're all in black, you're covered.
And then they call the police who are wearing vests.
Yeah,
they carry guns and take one of that. Lots of police cover their face. Lots of police cover their face. Especially when they come out to see me because they know I have a camera. I film the police. It's what I do, man. It is what I do. And what it is for is they will learn. Like, you can't go through life being like that. You can't go through life thinking that people have to stop doing shit that makes them uncomfortable. That's the education I'm trying to spread a lot of times. There's a lot of people, this world has gotten real crazy where people think that.
There's a lot of fear in the world because
well, it's ridiculous. Why is there fear? It's ridiculous. What's there to be afraid of me?
Okay, honestly?
Yeah. Cover it up.
Okay, well, honestly.
Cover it up.
Okay, so
I'm covering my
sure
I just
you
sorry.
Crappy, I just noticed you were off stage.
That's
happens everywhere. It's fear.
Why would people go through life living in fear? You know what I mean?
Everyone doesn't fear.
No, I literally don't. I'm actually the one I guess maybe an exception.
Yes, Ricky, you do. You are in constant fear. The lady doth protest too much. Me knows.
In that case, but I honestly live in zero fear. If I'm
That's you.
You know, walking across the street is just as dangerous.
I live in zero fears? Come on, man. Everybody's afraid of something. Everybody's afraid. The fact that you say that you have no fear just proves my point, that you have no way to process your negative emotions. You're just constantly in that survival state or the pleasure state. It's sad. And it's your choice. Sadistic narcissists can make the choice to identify the negative emotions and not need to project them onto others, not need to be cruel to people. It's a choice, Ricky, and you can choose to stop. You can choose to admit that, yeah, sometimes you're afraid, or that you feel other negative emotions.
Dangerous as doing anything else.
But that's got nothing to do with someone dressed in black, videotaping.
This is my work clothes, man.
You asked for my explanation.
Okay, sorry, you know what? I cut you off.
You gotta see it from a perception of somebody else.
I don't have to. I'll try.
You should try. So you got women in there. They're being videotaped. Hold on. Elderly women. They're being videotaped from a person outside. I don't want to just assume your gender. You're outside. You're videotaping. Maybe for later. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Still,
it's scary.
You know what?
That would be toxic female. And dog. You don't want to assume his race either, his species either. He's a toxic female dog.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
About other people and how they can react to a situation.
Well, they should think that maybe this guy's doing a job, which I am doing. It is a job. And just leave me alone.
Identify yourself as
No. You don't have to.
You don't have to, but
I'm doing a job like the mafia.
Courtesy and do that to a human being that, you know, maybe they live in fear.
That's not my problem. That is not my problem. And I don't go through life. I don't go through life catering to people who live in.
I don't care if I make women feel afraid. I'm just that type of toxic female dog. I don't care.
What?
I don't care about being virtuous and honorable and stalwart.
What people should do.
My life is not governed by reason. It's governed by my amygdala and my pleasure centers. And if you don't like it, go suck a bag of dicks. And if you get too close, I'll self-defend the shit out of you, old lady.
Just live their lives and let other people live their lives. I am probably the least intimidating guy around walking around. Well, I mean, I'm walking around.
I'm not afraid of anything except for old ladies getting too close.
And there's some crazy looking motherfuckers out here. Yeah, well,
so maybe you could understand their fear of the Danforth. No, what is out
being in a building and then being afraid of a guy with a camera on the sidewalk in perfectly plain view.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
That's covered up. This dressed in black that they don't know you're intent.
Oh, and women. That's sexist shit. That's
No,
you use the women part. I see men get just as triggered about it as anybody else.
But I'm not saying that the men are right now. The women are feared.
You're right. Yeah. That's not my problem, man. And I can see why. And I'm not going to live my life
well said.
walking on eggshells around people because they might be afraid.
You don't consider other people's fears.
100% not. Not my husband and I. People's rights don't overcome my people's
People have rights to be videotaped.
You know what? They have rights to work in a way where covered window. You know, but they didn't. They chose not to. And they're on the Danforth. So they got figured there's going to be people walking around with cameras someday. You know, that's it. If you work in a place like I'll go back to do the same damn thing. Yes. Oh yeah, I just did the Scotia Bank on the corner. They didn't even look like
Well done. Love this one.
I find people who don't understand that this is a right. That's what I find.
So you're trying to prove that there's a right.
If you don't exercise your rights, you'll lose them. So a lot of people like you, I'm sure you would be very happy if a law
laws passed stating that we need permission to record people. But then all of a sudden what happens, well, hold on, let me finish this. Those ladies probably would. There are a huge number of people who think, hey, it's for my personal security. Let's give up our rights. Same thing as that bullshit code. Everybody's like, oh, before you wear a mask, stay fucking home. That's bullshit. People live in fear like that. And they're...
He has a ball. It's right there on top of his neck. Cue ball. Yeah, I love sadistic narcissism. I love watching it on YouTube. Oh, I love sadistic narcissism.
They're perfectly willing to vote their rights away, to give them to the government. The scariest shit on the planet is, the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life is, we're the government, we're here to help. That's horseshit. And what I do, I find people who don't understand their rights, and I go and exercise these rights. I go to city halls, I go to police stations. A lot of us have been arrested before doing this, and won our cases, and end up suing the police. Throwing away a couple of lawsuits from my friends who do the same thing. And you know what?
And a brand new lawsuit today. Watch, the little weasel runs away.
You'll see the education.
He runs away.
He's a little weasel. I love sadistic narcissism. Little weasel. I'm superior than you. You are what I am. You are what I am. I'm not a little weasel. He is.
So you got a supervisor and another guy.
Yeah, he took off. He left. I asked him to stay too, man. Literally. Mr. Rito, I asked him to stay. So listen, the cops are gonna tell him.
Security guard, you might want to listen.
I asked him to stay and he went away. He didn't do what I said. He doesn't care about my feelings.
Well said, Peter Biker. Biker, right? Yeah, Peter Biker. Hold that up.
Police love this guy because he gives them an excuse to pad their budget. There's no need for these people to show up. The operator on the phone could have told the people recording on the sidewalk's not a crime. No police will come. But no, they need to waste tax dollars because of this idiot who can't explain rights himself. I think the most powerful case that I know of, which is pretty damn creepy if you ask me. I understand the court's decision, and yeah, maybe I agree with it. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a judge. But there was a dude who took a picture of a 16-year-old girl who bent over in a miniskirt and took a picture of her underwear. And the court said that, yeah, she was in public, it's allowed. Just telling people that alone is enough to not waste all these tax dollars. But no, he's got to see his heroes. He's got to, education. Oh, government's going to give them an education that I can't. Oh!
Hey, Jimmy, Kurt, I would touch a lightning bolt if I didn't know what it was going to do.
Sorry? Yeah, we have to work out this remote. I got me, record you, record me. All right.
Everything okay? Yeah, we got some calls people in the Soviet they were recording. They're not seeing that anymore. Is there a reason for the camera recording?
No, I
you record. That's fine. That's not a problem. Well, our camera's on too. Is there some purpose to this? It makes people unlawful.
Is that unlawful?
No, it's not unlawful. It's like a crime. We can call the police. We have an obligation to attend.
You might want to talk to them.
But it's not illegal.
I don't know why they call the police.
Okay.
I would.
No, you don't have an obligation to attend. I'd say quite the opposite, actually. You have the obligation to protect tax dollars and to protect communities. And protecting communities does not include approaching people with cameras.
I would talk to them. Just, this is the reason why we're here. I think it was the store where the concern are. I don't know, you tell me. I don't care. So I can call.
You want to say something?
I can call from someone there's
No, you're good.
people. It's just like the chocolate's not, so I'm not concerned right now. Okay? Do you have any problem with that? Is that unlawful somehow?
No one's accused you of committing offense.
Well, that's what I'm wondering why you're talking to me then. Did I commit an offense? Am I under detention? Am I being detained? Do you guys have a crime? Then what I would do is go talk to these fellas.
I mean, the police officer, you have an obligation to talk to people like you talk. People don't talk to them 100%.
Did you notice I was doing anything unlawful? Well,
No one said you were doing anything.
I heard you. I heard you the first time. But what I'm saying is that you're wasting time talking to me. I already know my rights. I know the law. I know what I'm doing. I didn't break any laws. Like I said, the assessing on me did, right? Yeah, I heard you. But I don't really feel like explaining anything to you guys. So, all right then.
Yep, I didn't break any laws. And honor was criminalized. Honor was criminalized, folks. There was a time when you had your 6-shooter on your side, and a bitch-ass, coward, toxic, feminine dog like this could be challenged. Not anymore. Look at the result. 8 generations later, maybe, and the world's in this sad, sad state. This sadistic state.
Just wait, names first. So you're the supervisor, Wilson? And you are? Morris? Yep.
I'm boss, sir.
It might take a while. You can try to boss, sir. What's the nature of the name?
I don't need to sleep.
No? Interesting name. I'll figure it out before I go home. Okay,
You sleep well there.
I don't know.
I should see.
uncomfortable.
I made him uncomfortable. Oh yeah, now they're educating him. Oh, education going on. Oh.
Thank you, Telerio.
I hope you have a lot of buttering, guys. It's a big place.
Yep, I love you too, TNT. True troll, transparently, but it doesn't mean I admire you or don't pity you. Often love comes with pity. Background noise. Just want to say that it's always been my, well, not always, but I have stated of the goal that it's my intent to educate police, which is evidenced by the first page of their book, their policy book handbook that was revised in 2023 last year, including many of my suggestions. And when police are on scene, I'm also educating them. But the contrast, one of the ways that Ricky is so glad he's not like me is that he needs government to educate the people, where I'm the one trying to educate the government. Interesting how that works.
So this conversation is going like, he's out there to get some reactions from people. And yeah, I'm sorry your butt hurts. I'm sorry your butt hurts.
Yeah, and narcissists love to assume, you are what I am, you are what I am.
It was your recording, and I really hurt our butts. I told him he needed to move along, and he wouldn't.
Hello.
So,
As he's imitating a female, right? Toxic female bitch.
Hold Holocaust.
Essentially, he called the cops, right? Like, he knows that people are going to phone the police when he doesn't give them the answers that people deserve. Doesn't articulate his rights because he can't, because he doesn't know them. So he's, again, you are what I am. Oh, you are what I am. Oh, education, you are what I am. Oh, education, you are what I am. Oh.
I hope they have a lot of cream. Okay, officers. We're just gonna reimburse you for the cream. Thank you.
They actively ignore me. This is hard to do, right, guys? That's how you do it.
So guys, through no transparency, so he's called the cops on me. 3 officers showed up to apply some butter cream and some sore butts. The sergeant was kind of a jackass. I didn't really much care for his attitude towards me. You can tell they don't like me very much, which they don't have to.
I don't care what other people think about what I do or how they react, but they're butthurt and not me. I justify my rudeness because they're butthurt, not me. I'm not cruel because of me. I'm cruel because of them.
They ain't gotta like me. But they did respect our rights, even though the guy was kind of a bit of a, he gave me a sideways look. And I didn't much care for that, guys. It was nothing against the policy or anything like that. It was just a dirty sideways look that he gave me. 55, 29, 55.
It's that same look women always give you.
6. My friends will tell you it.
That is how you be a sadistic narcissist and get other sadistic narcissists to watch your YouTube videos.
No one showed me that. Oh, this is great. So guys, lots of snowflakes.
You are what I am.
Tons and tons of snowflakes in this place.
You are what I am.
They all melted.
You are what I am.
I hope you learned something there, my friend.
You are what I am.
I give you guys
I hope you learned something. Education. Oh, education.
Guys, that's how it's done. I've had a live stream going on for 2 hours now. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this one off. Profi, thank you so much.
Thanks for having
Thank you for being here.
And notice the manipulative language. We are doing this. We are doing that. It's deceptive language used to foster a sense of community. And in this case, a community of sadists.
Here. No, you're a permanent fixture now. You can at least yell.
Sorry, I shouldn't say community, right? Because community are the people around you. Community are the people inside that store. Digital community is no substitute for the real world. But for sadistic narcissists, it's just as good. Yeah, you can be alienated by all the people around you, but as long as they're sadistic narcissists that can share in my cruelty, it's okay. I'm fulfilled.
Yell at people that you want to throw out of my room first.
Okay.
I know.
First puppy I want to throw out.
So guys, thank you for being here. Thank you, Crofty, again for being here. Oh, somebody's prank calling me again.
Oh,
Yeah. No, it's I got a couple of trolls calling me. Somebody found out my number a while ago.
oh jeez.
Yeah. But you guys, everybody, take it easy. We're gonna let this live go for tonight.
Thank you.
I've got some other stuff in the works, so we'll talk to you guys soon. And thank you, Crofty. We'll talk again later, okay?
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Oh.
I'm gonna call the monkey today. I'm gonna call the nigga today by a white person. Come on, man. Do better.
Terrible. Do better. Do better, man. Do better. Nice talking to you. Yeah,